bad. A lot to take from it, so I was glad we got to play a lot of different guys. Obviously great having Coach Miller and his son back here, and what a great reception he had to start. Our fans gave him a great reception, I think, to start the game. So that was good to see. We'll move forward. A lot to improve on. We have some significant areas that need improvement. Significant areas.
Would those significant areas mostly be turnovers and three-point shooting?
Yeah, I'm not as worried about our shooting because I think some of that is just you're getting the feel and jitters, and they had some changing defenses, which obviously we didn't see. And, you know, we weren't playing guys extended minutes, but certainly turnovers, certainly. We have way too careless with the ball today.
Were those things that you'd seen in practice to this point, or were you a little bit surprised that there were that many?
Yeah, it was. We've seen guys, certain guys struggle with it, honestly, and I'm not. I don't want to call those guys out. We struggle with it collectively, but we've seen some guys struggle with it. And as coaches, we just got to help them make better decisions. And you know, if not, we're going to be in a situation where I'm not playing guys extended minutes that can't take care of the ball. Not the right.
Chris, I wanted to ask how you came about your starting lineup, but then your first three defensive possessions were a shot clock violation, a tie-up, and then a forced travel. I guess, is that the answer to my question?
Yeah, it's our best. Right now, that's our best defensive team. The other thing is, Keyshawn could really start. I mean, I think he had 3 threes and had 15 points in the Xavier scrimmage. You know, I like him coming off. I like an experienced guard coming off the bench with an inexperienced guard. So right now, I think our starting lineup will be very fluid, but that's really the reason more. I mean, he could really start. He's going to play starter minutes. He could definitely be in that starting role. Just I like him coming off with another inexperienced guard.
Is some of the turnover stuff, not that it's acceptable, but is it unavoidable when you have one youth, but also guys who have not had the ball a lot in their career, who you're expecting to have it more and be more aggressive this year?
Yeah, I think for sure, but you know, guys should know now what they can and can't do, and you know, we had primary ball handlers today that have handled the ball for us before and just didn't make great decisions. So, you know, again, we'll get better in those areas. We will get better in those areas. Andre had three assists and 0 turnovers in the Xavier scrimmage. You know, and the thing with this group is, like, these guys want to do the right thing. They really do want to do the right thing, and I think there is a part of, you know, CJ handled the ball a lot for us last year. He had turnover issues early. He got those corrected. He's got to move more in that direction. Andre's going to handle the ball for us a little bit more, so that aspect of his game has to continue to grow, and it will. I believe it will.
We've asked you about this before, and I think they only played together for like 2.5 or 3 minutes, but Caleb and Micah were out there together. Is that something you've done a lot of in practice, or just happened just flowing into it?
In today's day and age, it's hard to play guys like that. Like I've said a number of times, it on rare occasions when you're playing 2 traditional bigs. I think it's certainly something that I would like to look at, but 95% of teams don't play that anymore, and a lot of it people don't. You know, it's dictated by your ball screen coverage, and trust me, we have mountains of film to watch and see how guys can guard one-on-one and in space and those kind of things. So there could be times where it's looked at, but it's not going to be a steady diet.
Was the ball handling better against Xavier, and what are 22s?
or
The players were mentioned about 22s, running 22s.
Okay.
But was ball handling better against Xavier?
Yeah, it was. To these guys' credit, these guys do a good job of getting hands active. And the game was completely different. Xavier was a closer game. We had a lot of different guys play in this particular game, but it was better. But listen, they had something to do with it too. I don't want to put it all on us. They're guys. They got athletic guards, but we have to continue to improve in it, or at some point, guys are going to get the message that we're not going to play guys that consistently turn the ball over. But I really do think our guys want to get better at it, and they will. 22s are just down, back in 22 seconds. That's a 22, and we run those for turnovers.
They're dreading that.
They should be.
You already mentioned the first 3 defensive possessions. Is that the kind of, I guess, aggressiveness mentality that you want your team to come out with each and every night defensively?
Yeah, it is. I think it's a solid defensive team that we have to start the game. Right now, again, Keyshawn would probably fall in there somewhere. You know, that's our 5-6 best defensive lineup. Andre gives us great versatility. You know, we've talked about that, and he cares. Andre really cares about defense. Kyle Young's growing in that area. Caleb's growing in that area. Luther is understanding our system, but does a good job. And then CJ is he competes on that end. He's got to get better. His details have to get better, but he competes on that end. So, yeah, it's a group that hopefully we don't have the versatility that we have with last year's group in JT and Kada, and that's significant. We're going to have to figure some things out as coaches because we don't have that versatility. But those guys care on that end.
But that is the expectation in terms of guys kind of flying into the first row of seats and providing that defensive pressure for the entire roster.
Yeah, CJ Jackson plays really hard. I mean, CJ Jackson plays really hard. We got to get him playing more sound. But, you know, I've always thought the kid has a really good motor. I want him to do some things. I want him to lead better, improve in some areas he needs to. But when he's playing, when he's good, he's playing really hard. He's a great motor.
Chris, see maybe have a heightened level of irritation of an exhibition game. Is that just because you know what's coming and you know how you guys start the season?
Probably, yeah. Do I seem irritable? Bill? Well, a little bit, do I?
Not to psychoanalyze you.
Yeah, thank you. By the way, I appreciate you all sitting up straight here, and in a great stance as journalists, seating posture. You guys know what I'm talking about, don't you? Okay. So thanks for doing that. One of the first things I noticed here, everybody's upright. Yeah, listen, I think it's the schedule. It's the season coming. It's frustrated probably to some degree because the turnover issue is something we've dealt with some returners. So my expectation's a little bit higher. Obviously, I have to do a better job communicating that to them, and whether that means sitting them more or whatever. I've got to do a better job on that end.
The Micah Potter got 4 baskets through fouls and
Yeah.
getting to the line that seemed engaged and aggressive. What did you make of him, and can he play like that all season?
Well, we'll see. I think Micah did some really good things. Obviously, would have. We wanted to give Jay an extended run, but obviously he did some really good things, and I thought he rebounded the ball really well. We all know with Micah offensively, he's always really been a guy who offensively can do some things. Okay, he can shoot the ball. He's got great lift around the rim. He's gotten to where he can catch balls. It's defense and defensive rebounding at the end of the day for him, and because offensively he's really gifted in some areas. And I thought our guys did a great job finding him. He did a great job attacking the rim.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks guys.